Hello there and welcome. As you settle into this peaceful moment, find a comfortable position, letting your body soften into the warmth beneath you. Take a slow, gentle breath in, and then release it, letting go of any thoughts or tensions that linger. Another soft breath in, filling you with calm, and a quiet breath out, inviting deep rest. Soft, distant rain, allow yourself to drift gently now, as we journey together to a serene corner of the ancient world. Imagine a place where time moves slowly, like the quiet turning of a weathered page. We are arriving at Port Azure, a city etched into ancient stone, whispering secrets to the sea. Tonight, our destination is not the bustling harbor or the vibrant market, but a haven of tranquility tucked away from the world. Picture a small, cozy chamber, nestled high in one of Port Azure's old towers. The only light inside comes from a single, steady oil lamp, casting warm, dancing shadows on the rough-hewn stone walls. Through a tall, arched window, the pale, soft glow of the moon spills in, illuminating a heavy wooden desk. On it, unfurled parchment scrolls lie beside ink pots and quills, waiting patiently. A gentle breeze sometimes rustles the leaves of an unseen tree just outside, carrying with it the faint, soothing scent of damp earth and distant sea. The air here is cool and still, a perfect place for quiet contemplation, or perhaps for a peaceful sleep. The cool, still air from outside gently filters through the open window, carrying with it that faint, soothing scent of damp earth and distant sea. Inside this ancient room, the whispers of the night are hushed, replaced by the soft glow of an oil lamp resting on a small, worn wooden table. Its flame dances with a slow, rhythmic sway, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch and recede across the stone walls. The light from the lamp is warm and inviting, illuminating the texture of the old wood, smoothed by countless hands over generations. A few rolled parchments lie beside the lamp, their edges slightly curled, hinting at stories told or forgotten, knowledge preserved in quiet corners of time. There are no urgent tasks here, no pressing concerns, just the quiet presence of objects that have witnessed many moons pass. A simple, comfortable chair is drawn near the table, its cushions plump and inviting. Perhaps it's a place for reading, or for simply observing the steady breath of the lamp's flame. The room is uncluttered, its sparse furnishings chosen for their utility and their understated beauty. A hand-woven rug, faded with age, covers a portion of the stone floor, offering a soft landing for quiet steps. Everything in this space speaks of serenity and a tranquil existence. The world outside, with its distant calls and gentle breezes, remains a soft hum, a lullaby that encourages a deeper sense of peace within these walls. The stillness here is profound, a comforting blanket that settles over you, inviting your own thoughts to slow, your breathing to deepen, and your body to relax completely. The stillness that settled upon you deep within these ancient walls now gently guides your attention to the subtle glow nearby. Here, a single oil lamp casts a warm, buttery light across a quiet study, its flame dancing with a quiet reverence. You can almost feel the gentle warmth emanating from it, a silent invitation to simply be, to let your thoughts soften and your muscles release. Tall, dark wooden shelves, worn smooth by centuries of quiet hands, line the walls, filled with books bound in leather and parchment. Their spines, faded and wise, hold tales and knowledge whispered across generations. The air itself seems to carry the faint, comforting scent of aged paper and dried herbs, a subtle fragrance that deepens the sense of peace, settling around you like a soft, familiar cloak. A heavy wooden desk sits at the room's heart, its surface polished by time, scattered with a few simple, well-used tools. A long quill, a small, dark ink pot, and a rolled parchment scroll, tied neatly with a crimson ribbon. Nothing is rushed here. Every object has found its patient place, waiting calmly. A window, perhaps, shows only a deeper darkness beyond, or the softest hint of a moonlit garden, adding to the feeling of enclosure and safety. And perhaps a gentle breeze whispers just outside, stirring the leaves of an unseen tree, creating a soft, rhythmic hush that barely reaches your ears, like a lullaby from the ancient world. Distant soft wind, the shadows in the corners of the room are soft and inviting, never sharp or imposing. They seem to wrap around you, creating a private, secluded haven, a space untouched by hurried moments. This is a place where time itself seems to slow its measured pace, where worries gently recede, and where the only task is to simply rest, carried by the quiet cadence of the world outside and the serene glow within. You are safe here, nestled in the heart of this quiet history, drifting deeper into peace. The gentle warmth that embraced you a moment ago now feels like a comforting memory as the scene shifts ever so softly. You find yourself standing, not quite in a room, but on the edge of a quiet, ancient street. The air is cool and clean, carrying the faint, earthy scent of rain that has just passed, or perhaps is still lightly falling. Soft droplets kiss the smooth, worn cobblestones, making them gleam faintly under the glow of a few distant oil lamps and the occasional spill of candlelight from closed windows. Gentle rain in background, very subtle. The world here is hushed, a tapestry of muted grays and deep shadows, with occasional glints of gold. A solitary figure, cloaked against the evening chill, moves slowly in the distance, their steps almost silent on the wet stone, a fleeting silhouette in the soft light. No urgency, no haste, just the quiet rhythm of the evening, a breath held between dusk and deep night. You notice the intricate carvings on an old stone archway nearby, softened by centuries of weather, almost whispering tales of long-forgotten days. Its ancient form stands sentinel over the quietude. Further down, a small, covered market stall now empty, reveals the soft shapes of folded linen and a forgotten clay pot waiting patiently for the dawn. The air is still, save for the whisper of the lingering rain, a constant, soothing lullaby for the ages, washing away any last trace of wakefulness. This ancient street invites you to simply observe, to feel the profound tranquility of a world that moves at its own unhurried pace, drawing you deeper into its peaceful embrace, letting the soft glow from the distant lamps guide your thoughts into stillness. The soft glow from the distant lamps gently guides your thoughts into stillness, as if tracing a path along the quiet, cobbled streets. Each lamp, a small beacon in the twilight, casts long, dancing shadows that stretch and recede with the softest breath of wind. You imagine stepping onto the cool, ancient stones, feeling their smooth, worn surfaces beneath your feet. The air is calm, carrying only the faintest scent of damp earth and distant wood smoke, mingling with the subtle aroma of blooming night jasmine from a nearby garden. The path curves gently, leading you past high stone walls, softened by the touch of time and adorned with creeping ivy. A tall, arched gateway appears ahead, framing a deeper shade of blue-black sky. There's no rush to pass through it, only a quiet invitation. As you approach, the light from a lantern just inside the arch flickers softly, revealing intricate carvings on the old stone, patterns of leaves and flowing water, almost invisible in the day, but brought to life by the dancing light. Beyond the arch, a small, enclosed courtyard unfolds, hushed and tranquil. A tall, slender cypress tree stands sentinel in its center, its dark silhouette reaching towards the scattered stars. Around its base, low-lying bushes release a soft, sweet fragrance into the cool night air. The gentle gurgle of a small fountain, almost a whisper, provides the only sound, a steady, rhythmic lullaby. This courtyard feels like a secret, a peaceful haven where the world's quietest moments gather. The moon, now higher in the sky, casts a silver sheen across the polished stones of the fountain, making the water shimmer with a sleepy light. You pause here, letting the quiet beauty settle around you, feeling the profound tranquility of this ancient space, drawing you deeper into its peaceful embrace, letting the soft glow from the distant lamps guide your thoughts into stillness. The soft glow from the distant lamps gently pulls you deeper into this ancient space. With each quiet step, the air feels a little cooler, carrying the faint, sweet scent of aged parchment and dry wood. You glide past towering shelves, intricately carved from dark, polished timber, reaching high towards the shadowed ceiling. Each shelf holds countless scrolls and bound books, their spines worn smooth by the passage of centuries, waiting patiently in their slumber. As you draw closer to the source of the light, the lamps reveal themselves to be not just simple oil lamps, but beautifully crafted lanterns of hammered bronze, casting intricate patterns of light and shadow across the stone floor and the lower rows of texts. The light breathes a warm, golden life into the muted hues of the room, making the dust motes dance slowly in the air like tiny, silent stars. A gentle breeze, almost imperceptible, whispers through a nearby arched window, carrying with it the faint, clean scent of night air and distant rain. Through the window, the moon casts a pale silver sheen upon a quiet, walled garden outside, where the silhouettes of ancient trees stand still against the velvet sky. It's a scene of profound stillness, a tranquil embrace of time. The soft rustle of unseen leaves mixes with the deep quiet of the archive, a lullaby of peace. You settle into a quiet alcove, perhaps a scholar's favored spot, where a small, sturdy wooden table and a cushioned bench await. The bronze lantern here burns with a particularly gentle flame, illuminating a single, open book, its pages filled with elegant, faded script. The story it tells, whatever it may be, feels as calm and timeless as the quiet night itself, inviting you to simply be and to rest. The elegant, faded script within the open book seems to breathe a quiet history, each character a whisper from long ago. You trace, in your mind's eye, the delicate lines of ink, feeling the smooth, slightly rough texture of the aged parchment. A soft, warm glow spills from the oil lamp beside it, illuminating not just the pages, but the polished surface of the heavy wooden desk. Nearby, a forgotten quill rests in an inkwell, its feather tip still dark with the remnants of ancient thoughts. Around the desk, tall shelves rise toward the ceiling, laden with countless scrolls and bound volumes. Their silent presence fills the air with a faint, comforting scent of dry paper and old wood. Shadows dance gently in the corners of the room, softened by the steady light of the lamp, creating a cocoon of warmth and peace. The world beyond these walls feels distant, muted, as if held at bay by the thick stone and the quiet hum of ages. Perhaps a faint, almost imperceptible sound drifts from outside the rustle of leaves in a far-off courtyard, or the very distant echo of a night watchman's slow pace. But here, within this sanctuary of knowledge, only stillness reigns. The quiet beauty of the scene wraps around you, a soft blanket woven from time and tranquility. Each breath you take deepens this sense of calm, allowing your mind to settle, to drift, to simply observe the gentle unfolding of the night in this ancient place. The lamp flickers almost imperceptibly, casting long, peaceful shadows that invite deep rest. The soft glow of the oil lamp continues its gentle dance, painting the shadows longer and softer across the ancient walls. The stillness in this room is profound, a quiet that seems to stretch far beyond these four walls, seeping out into the very fabric of this old dwelling. A subtle coolness in the air suggests the approach of deep night, a night that has fallen countless times over this venerable place. Very faint, distant drip beyond the quiet confines of this chamber. The narrow, stone-paved street outside lies hushed and still. Only the occasional distant glimmer from another oil lamp might hint at other quiet lives asleep in their ancient homes. The smooth, worn stones of the street, perhaps still damp from an earlier, gentle rain, reflect the soft, pale light of the moon, now high above. A profound sense of peace settles over this sleeping town. The old buildings stand like silent sentinels, their dark silhouettes softened by the moon's embrace. The air carries the faint, clean scent of damp earth and ancient stone, a fragrance that has lingered here for centuries. No hurried footsteps echo, no murmuring voices stir, only the quiet breath of the sleeping world prevails. It is a perfect quiet, woven into the very fabric of the night, inviting the mind to settle, to drift, to simply observe the gentle unfolding of the night. In this ancient place, the lamp flickers almost imperceptibly, casting long, peaceful shadows that invite deep rest. The lamp flickers almost imperceptibly, casting long, peaceful shadows that invite deep rest. The air in this ancient room is still, carrying only the faint, comforting scent of old parchment and warm beeswax. You feel the quiet invitation to simply be, to let your thoughts gently unravel like threads of fine linen. Outside the window, a soft rain has begun to fall, a gentle, rhythmic patter against the stone, a lullaby whispered by the night itself. You imagine a soft, worn blanket drawn up to your chin, the gentle weight a reassurance. The world outside the window is cloaked in a tranquil hush. The distant city sounds muted to mere whispers. The rain seems to cleanse the air, making each breath feel clearer, lighter. As the night deepens, you notice the glow from the lamp seems to soften even further, bathing the room in an almost ethereal amber light. Perhaps there's a small, ornate wooden chest in the corner, its surface smooth from centuries of touch, or a low, comfortable bench near the window, inviting you to simply gaze out at the glistening wet cobblestones below. The ancient dwelling breathes around you, a silent guardian, holding stories within its very stones. Each subtle sound, each shift in the shadows, is a reminder of the quiet passage of time, flowing slowly, peacefully, toward morning. You are safe here, nestled in the heart of this gentle, historical night. The air remains still, holding the quiet breaths of the night. A single candle on a nearby table continues its gentle vigil, its flame a tiny, steady heart in the hushed darkness. The shadows it casts are long and fluid, stretching across the aged wood of the floor, reaching for the cool, textured stone of the walls. Each flicker is a whisper, a silent conversation between light and darkness, neither seeking to dominate, but to coexist in peaceful harmony. Beyond this quiet space, the ancient dwelling itself seems to sleep, You might imagine stepping softly from this room, past a heavy, unlatched wooden door, into a narrow, stone-paved corridor. The air here is a little cooler, carrying the faint, clean scent of damp earth and old masonry, a fragrance of timelessness. No grand tapestries adorn these humble passages, only the smoothed texture of centuries-old stone beneath your imaginary feet, cool and grounding with each gentle step. Perhaps a soft, almost imperceptible current of air drifts through an unseen archway, carrying the distant, muted sound of leaves rustling outside, or the very faint, rhythmic drip of water somewhere far away, finding its slow, persistent path through an ancient aqueduct or a hidden spring. These are the natural lullabies of this quiet world, gentle and unassuming, weaving into the fabric of the night. The corridor opens briefly into a small, open-air courtyard, now bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of a crescent moon, peeking between high, weathered walls. Here, a single gnarled olive tree stands, its silhouette a testament to enduring life. The leaves shimmer faintly in the moonlight, a silvered green against the deep blue canvas of the night sky. No sounds here but the occasional, almost unheard, stir of a night bird settling deeper into its branches, or the softest breath of the breeze passing through the ancient stones. All is peaceful, settled, and deeply restful as the night embraces this quiet corner of the world. The gentle embrace of the night deepens, wrapping around the ancient structure and its surrounding quietude. You can almost feel the cool, smooth surface of old stone beneath your fingertips as your gaze drifts from the rustling leaves to the entrance of a hushed courtyard. Lanterns, small and steady, cast warm, amber pools of light upon the flagstones, creating a path that softly invites you further into the heart of this slumbering place. Each step across the worn, uneven flagstones of the courtyard is silent, absorbed by the quiet dignity of the space. The air here holds a different scent, a blend of damp earth, a faint, distant whisper of incense, and the subtle, sweet perfume of night-blooming jasmine that climbs along an ancient, ivy-clad wall. The glow from the lanterns barely reaches the topmost leaves of the jasmine, leaving the shadows above to stretch and dance with graceful slowness, like silent dancers in the moon's absence. On one side, a low stone bench, smoothed by countless forgotten moments, offers a place for quiet contemplation, though no one sits there now. Its surface catches a sliver of the warm lantern light, revealing the faint moss that clings to its crevices, a testament to enduring time. Across from it, a small, still fountain murmurs almost imperceptibly, its waters reflecting the soft glow, adding to the serene atmosphere. Ahead, a narrow, arched passage beckons, its opening framed by sturdy wooden pillars, darkened by centuries of quiet observation. It leads deeper, promising more of this tranquil stillness. the light within the passage is even softer, suggesting a room beyond where shadows might play gently on aged tapestries or the smooth, dark grain of polished wood. There is no urgency, only a gentle pull towards the deeper calm that awaits. The world outside the courtyard seems to fade even further, leaving you suspended in this peaceful bubble of ancient serenity, where only the softest murmurs of the night are permitted to exist. The soft murmurs of the night, carried on a whisper of a breeze, are all that remain of the outside world as you linger in the quiet courtyard. But within this peaceful bubble, a gentle flicker of light from an archway catches your eye, a quiet beckoning leading deeper into the ancient structure. It's an invitation, not urgent, but a soft suggestion to explore the tranquility further. Stepping through the archway, the air grows stiller, perhaps a touch warmer, imbued with the contained breath of old stone and polished wood. The soft glow emanates from several oil lamps, their steady flames casting long, dancing shadows along the smooth, cool walls of a cloistered corridor. Here, the world feels even more enclosed, more protected, as if the very stones hold centuries of quietude within them. The corridor stretches ahead, not long, but curving gently to the left, hinting at further chambers beyond its gentle turn. On one side, tall, narrow windows, their wooden shutters slightly ajar, allow you a framed glimpse of the courtyard you just left, now softened by distance and shadow. On the other, a series of heavy wooden doors, each one closed, silently guarding its own collection of stories or resting scrolls. The air here carries a faint, comforting scent, perhaps old parchment mixed with dried herbs, or the subtle fragrance of beeswax from polished surfaces. Your presence here adds no disturbance to the profound stillness that reigns. The rhythmic glow of the lamps seems to breathe with the quietude of the place, expanding and receding with unseen currents of air, a slow, gentle pulse in the heart of this ancient dwelling. This is a place where time itself slows its measured pace, where the rush of the world outside is entirely forgotten, replaced by the enduring presence of history and peace. Each shadow holds a quiet secret, each flicker of light a gentle, calming thought. You are simply present, observing the serene dance of light and shadow, embraced by the deep, profound peace that settles upon this ancient corridor, leading you softly onward into deeper slumber. The corridor's gentle curve leads you now not to another passage, but to a quiet alcove, almost a small room carved into the very stone of the building. Here, the candlelight softens even further, casting a warm, buttery glow over a single, low wooden table. Upon its surface rests a large, leather-bound book, its pages thick and yellowed with age, but closed and undisturbed. A small, simple clay oil lamp sits beside it, its wick unlit, yet holding the promise of soft illumination, a silent sentinel in the quiet. A high, narrow window, unglazed, but covered by a sheer, almost translucent linen curtain, offers a glimpse of the night sky, a sliver of deep indigo peeking through. There's no breeze stirring the curtain, only the profound stillness of the hour, a deep calm that seems to seep into the very stones. The air carries a faint, comforting scent of old parchment and dry stone, a quiet memory of countless centuries. You might feel the smooth, cool touch of the stone wall beside you, grounding you, inviting a deeper sense of repose within this tranquil space. No sound breaks the quiet apart from the almost imperceptible flicker of distant flames from the corridor you just left. A gentle, hypnotic dance of light against the ancient textures. This small sanctuary feels like a forgotten pocket of time, preserved for quiet reflection, a space where the world outside gently fades. The weight of the centuries presses lightly here, not heavy, but comforting, like a soft, woven blanket settling around you. You feel your own breath deepen, slowing to match the unhurried rhythm of this ancient place, as if the very air encourages slumber. The book remains closed, its stories held within, waiting patiently, just as sleep waits for you. A silent, peaceful companion in the soft, enveloping darkness that deepens with each passing moment. The book remains closed, its stories held within, waiting patiently, just as sleep waits for you. A silent, peaceful companion in the soft, enveloping darkness that deepens with each passing moment. Now, the soft glow of a nearby oil lamp casts gentle, dancing shadows across the ancient wooden shelves that line the walls of this quiet chamber. Each shelf, laden with countless scrolls and heavy tomes, seems to hum with silent knowledge, a comforting presence in the stillness. Their spines, some leather-bound and worn smooth by generations of hands, others wrapped in simple linen, stand shoulder to shoulder, a silent, scholarly guard. Dust motes, caught in the lamp's amber light, drift slowly through the cool, still air like tiny, dancing stars in a miniature universe. Each particle a silent witness to countless quiet hours. Beyond the lamp's immediate reach, the shadows lengthen and deepen, embracing the distant corners of the room, turning familiar shapes into soft, indistinct forms. You can almost feel the gentle coolness emanating from the old, thick stone walls, a timeless breath that has settled here for centuries, carrying with it the quiet memory of forgotten scholars and whispered insights. A faint, almost imperceptible scent of aged parchment and dry cedar wood hangs in the air, a natural perfume of this sanctuary, mingling with the subtle, clean scent of stone. It's a scent that speaks of permanence and peace, of a world where wisdom is gathered slowly, patiently, over long, tranquil evenings. The world outside seems to recede, leaving only the quiet comfort of this ancient space, where time moves with the gentle pace of a turning page or a slowly fading flame. All is still, all is calm, as the quiet of the mountain library enfolds you deeper into its peaceful embrace, inviting your own thoughts to slow, to soften, and to finally rest. The last flicker from the oil lamp in the quiet alcove has now gently dissolved into the soft twilight that fills the vast chamber. Moonlight, a pale silver, filters through high arched windows, casting long ethereal shadows across the polished, dark wood tables. These surfaces, worn smooth by centuries of scholarly hands, now hold their treasures under the moon's silent vigil. Scrolls, some tied with delicate silk ribbons, others simply rolled and nestled in carved wooden holders, rest patiently upon the expansive tabletops. Each one whispers of forgotten tales and quiet wisdom, though their voices are only heard by the imaginative heart. The air itself seems to shimmer with the faint, sweet scent of aged parchment and dry cedar, a perfume unique to places where knowledge has settled and ripened over countless seasons. From the mountain peaks outside, a lone, distant hoot of an owl drifts through the stillness, a soft, natural chime in the ancient quiet, a guardian of the night. Your gaze might settle upon a forgotten quill, its feathers still poised over a half-finished page, hinting at a scholar's momentary pause, perhaps for a sip of cool water or a moment of deep contemplation before returning to their quiet work. The library breathes a slow, steady rhythm, undisturbed by the hurried world, timeless in its patience. The shadows lengthen and soften further, embracing the entire space in a tender, protective hush, inviting you to simply observe, to simply be within this peaceful sanctuary of thought. As the world outside continues its gentle turning within this sanctuary, the air itself seems to carry the quiet wisdom of countless ages. Your gaze might drift now, perhaps to the ancient scrolls, carefully rolled and tied with linen cords, resting upon sturdy wooden shelves. Each one a silent testament to thoughts long past, a gentle whisper of forgotten stories waiting patiently for a quiet mind. The soft light of the oil lamps, still casting its warm, unwavering glow, illuminates the delicate texture of the parchment, revealing the faint, almost invisible lines of scribed ink. You notice how the light catches the slight unevenness of the paper, the subtle variations in its aged surface, a testament to the hands that prepared it, the hands that wrote upon it centuries ago. A gentle breeze, almost imperceptible, might stir from an open window somewhere nearby, carrying with it the faint, sweet scent of distant blossoms mingling with the earthy aroma of old paper and the warm, comforting scent of oil. It is a breath from the outside world, yet it does not intrude, merely adds another layer to the deep tranquility within. You are enveloped in the stillness, this deep sense of peace that permeates every fiber of this ancient space. The shadows dance softly on the stone walls, elongating and shrinking with the quiet flicker, creating a mesmerizing, unhurried rhythm. The faint, rhythmic perhaps from a distant eave or a hidden spring within the courtyard, echoes softly, a natural metronome for this quiet evening. This is a place where time slows, where every rustle of a page, every quiet exhalation feels like a sacred note in a timeless melody, inviting you deeper into its serene embrace. As you settle further into this quiet evening, the gentle light from nearby oil lamps casts long, dancing shadows across the ancient stone walls of the library. The air here carries a faint, comforting scent, a blend of aged parchment, dry cedar from the towering shelves, and perhaps a hint of something floral from a distant, hidden courtyard garden. It is a fragrance that speaks of centuries, of countless hands turning pages, of quiet contemplation under the soft glow of countless forgotten nights. This library is more than just a collection. It is a repository of hushed moments. The warmth from a small, contained brazier in a corner might reach you, a subtle heat that wards off the evening chill, making the large space feel remarkably intimate. Perhaps you notice the intricate carvings on the wooden supports that hold the heavy shelves, patterns worn smooth by time, a silent testament to the craftsmanship of an era long past. Each detail, from the slightly uneven flagstones beneath your feet to the delicate, almost invisible spiderwebs spun high in the quiet corners, tells a story of patient endurance. The very stillness here seems to hum with ancient wisdom, an unspoken understanding passed down through generations. Outside, a faint, persistent patter begins, the sound of a soft rain gently kissing the ancient stone streets just beyond the library windows. Soft rain patter, it adds another layer of profound tranquility to this sanctuary of knowledge, muffling any distant sounds and drawing the world inward into this hushed space. The rhythmic drumming against the window panes is a natural lullaby, inviting a deeper sense of peace, a quiet communion with the past held within these walls. You are simply here, observing the play of light and shadow, breathing in the scent of history, letting the quietude envelop you completely, like a soft, woven blanket. As the rain continues its gentle song, the soft patter of rain outside continues, a soothing rhythm against the ancient stone walls, a constant, comforting presence that cradles the stillness within. Inside, the quiet deepens further, interrupted only by the gentle, dancing flicker of oil lamps and the faint, almost imperceptible rustle of parchment, perhaps stirred by a breath of cool air finding its way through a narrow opening. The air, crisp and fresh from the recent shower, carries the subtle fragrance of old books, dried herbs, and warm beeswax, a complex aroma that whispers of centuries of quiet study and thoughtful work that has unfolded in this very space. Your gaze drifts gently across the room, past the sturdy, hand-carved wooden shelves laden with scrolls and bound texts, their spines a rich tapestry of history, towards a low, polished wooden table. Its surface, worn smooth by countless hands, and the slow, patient passage of time, reflects the lamplight like still water holding a soft, golden sheen. Upon it rests a single, opened scroll, its script delicate and precise, a silent narrative telling tales only the deep quiet can truly hear. Beside it, a slender stylus, crafted from polished bone, lies poised as if patiently awaiting the next thought to flow onto the page, its tip hinting at potential. An inkwell, small and ceramic, holds its deep black liquid, still and calm, a pool of quiet potential. The deep shadows in the corners of the room seem to gather, soft and inviting, holding secrets and untold stories within their embrace, never demanding, simply existing. A profound sense of calm pervades this entire space, a deep, unhurried peace that settles into every fiber of your being. The world outside, with its busy demands and rushing currents, feels distant, irrelevant here. In this sanctuary of stillness, there is only the gentle hum of existence, the warm, faint glow of the lamps, and the quiet comfort of simply being present. The rain whispers on, a timeless lullaby from the ancient world, inviting deeper and deeper rest. The soft patter of rain against the window pane continues its gentle rhythm, a steady, soothing presence that folds into the quiet hum of the ancient dwelling. You might imagine the smooth, cool stone of the walls holding the warmth of the day, now gently releasing it into the soft, lamplit air of the evening. Shadows dance softly in the corners, elongated and peaceful, cast by the steady flames of oil lamps and the occasional flicker of a distant hearth. Perhaps your gaze drifts from the window across the worn, polished surface of a wooden table, scattered with a few scrolls and a single, unstoppered inkwell. The air carries a faint, earthy scent, mingled with the dry, subtle fragrance of aged parchment. It's a scent that speaks of forgotten stories and quiet wisdom, held within these walls for centuries. Outside, beyond the sheltered confines, the ancient city sleeps beneath the continuous veil of rain. Its cobbled streets, slick with moisture, reflect the diffused glow of a few remaining lamps, like scattered pearls on dark velvet. The sounds of distant life have long since receded, replaced by the symphony of the rain and the profound stillness of the night. Here, within this tranquil haven, time seems to slow to an almost imperceptible crawl. Each drop of rain, each breath of soft air, contributes to a sense of deep calm, allowing your thoughts to gently unfurl and drift like wisps of smoke from a dying ember. The ancient world cradles you in its timeless embrace, whispering secrets of peace and quiet repose, encouraging you to sink further into the gentle current of sleep. Let the soft, persistent rain guide you deeper and deeper into the tranquil depths of your own restful dreams. The soft, persistent rain continues its gentle symphony, a hushed lullaby against the ancient stone walls, echoing the quiet rhythm of your own breath. You are safe here, nestled in this timeless calm, surrounded by the echoes of history and the soothing presence of the night. The faint scent of damp earth and old parchment hangs in the air, a comforting perfume that speaks of centuries of peaceful rest. The last flicker of a distant lamp, perhaps in a neighboring window across the quiet, rain-slicked street, seems to soften and dim, its light blurring into the surrounding darkness. The world outside, once softly present, now begins to recede, becoming a gentle, indistinct hum on the edge of your awareness. The worries of the day, like distant clouds, dissolve into the vast, clear sky of your mind, leaving behind only peace. Feel the deep comfort beneath you, the gentle warmth around you as the soft patter of the rain becomes less a sound and more a feeling, a steady, rhythmic pulse inviting you deeper into tranquility. Your eyelids grow heavy naturally, easily, as if they too are drawing inward, seeking the quiet sanctuary of sleep. Allow yourself to drift effortlessly, like a leaf on a calm stream, carried by the gentle current of slumber. The ancient world holds you in its tender embrace, whispering tales of enduring peace and timeless rest. There is nothing left to do, nowhere else to be, save in this moment of perfect quiet. Just release, let go, and allow sleep to claim you completely and profoundly. Sweet dreams, and may your rest be deep and undisturbed.